Hey, good Saturday morning. It's gonna be a pretty nice day here today, I believe. A little windy, supposed to be wind 20 to 30 with a gust up to 50. So we are going to be doing a few different things today. One is we'll get an Ole Green cold started, and then we'll move her out of the way. Then today we're actually going to be collecting a bunch of irrigation pipe, aluminum pipe, that we've got to be doing some welding on, and then replacing that so that irrigation can start and the farm can start getting some water, start growing Timothy hay. So stay tuned. That'll be kind of everything going on today. So I'll get you placed in the tripod and we'll do a cold start. All right. All right. Beautiful morning. Gotta love a Cummins and a nice cold morning and the smoke it lets out, so enjoy. Alright, hi everyone. Alright, so I missed taking you all out with me to collect the pipes, but we got them all collected, so I'll kind of show you what we're doing. And then Scott's over here, I work with him, and he's over here cutting the risers off and doing some welding. So let's go ahead and take a look what we got cooking. Alright, here we've got all the irrigation pipes. That one there on the ground, little 6-inch jobber's got another hole in it, most likely from electrolysis. And then these ones here, these are all 30-footers with risers. And as they get cut off, we replace, we paint them pink so they look like Easter eggs. Right. We got Scott doing a little grinding. So once we get done here, we'll get the riser in place. Let's start doing a little welding too. Alright, right out of the bat, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this riser, and Scott's going to cut it off, and then we're going to weld on some new one. And what we've got here is a 30-foot piece of aluminum pipe with a galvanized sleeve insert. And this is Scott here. And so we'll go ahead and film this, and you can watch the whole process. All right, so we got all the irrigation pipe welded up and put back in place. So let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the stuff I've got to do this upcoming month, 2 months before we actually start cutting hay. So I've got a few projects I've got to still work on, and meantime work on the trucks too. So let's go ahead and just kind of take a look at what we're doing here. So I'll flip you around. Boom. All right. So the old squeeze here, the old Hyster 165. Now the problem I've got with this, and maybe some of you know what the problem would be, because I'm clueless. I've been trying to YouTube it and see if I could figure out if anybody's done it. But I've got hydraulic fluid coming out. It'll run for a few minutes, and then the hydraulic fluid will come back and come out of the starter actually. So if anybody knows what that would be, somebody mentioned maybe a rear seal. If that's the case, how do you get to that too? So there's a lot of things that I've got to try and figure out how to get the old girl going again. So that's one of our projects. And then we'll come right around here, and in the next couple of months we'll get the this here's a Freeman 370 baler. We got to get her greased up. I try and grease them up before I put them away. And then here's my backup, my little 330. And get them all greased and twined up and ready to go. And then there's the old girl there, still looking pretty dang good. So looking to get Brownie started and out of the barn so I can put the old girl back in there and do some love to her. And here's the old Marquez 36-foot pull trailer. I've got the turntable I've got to replace, and that is a new one. I've never done it. I talked to some friends of mine who've done them in the past, but not quite sure what we've got cooking on this one. As you can see from here, underneath here, this one's welded on. A lot of the turntables are bolted, so this one is welded. And I've heard that if you pick up the trailer, rotate the dolly a certain way, it'll drop out. So if anybody knows, once again, please comment, because I'd love to know. So as you can see here, underneath here, oh, here we go. Okay, she's been a good trailer, and you know, you can't beat the deck height. So nice and low, and pack a lot of hay on there. All right, and you got the good old John Deere 4230. So on this one, this is a whole nother adventure. We've got to replace the hose there. I had to end up splicing it and capping it. And this goes to my air conditioning, which is really important to have during summertime when you're baling. It's kind of nice. You know, I last year when she blew, I had to open up the door and all the windows, and boy, that was a brutal one. So we got that to fix, and then just your routines, some probably change the oil on it this year, and then grease it, and she's good to go. This one here, this year's a 4030. Been a trusty old girl too. She has an electrical issue. I'm not sure where it's at. We've tried fixing it, but man, it's been tough. The whole wiring harness through the firewall here, all the wires kind of disintegrated over the years, and we tried to splice some stuff back together, and well, we had to fix it. And up top, I got to pull the roof cap, and had a hose blow up there for the AC. So had both tractors going great, and boom, done. Okay, so we'll move on. Yeah, sheep trailer, nothing we'll really look at there. So, and then the Swather, good old 4890 with the 890 sickle head here, and she has sprung a leak. So I'm gonna take, and I believe it's gonna be this bad boy right here. She's leaking, so I'm not sure what all that's gonna take to get that out, but gotta get that one fixed, because I need her to be able to cut the hay. So when the Timothy's ready to go, which should be, it's you know, usually the 3rd, 4th week in June, we should be ready to go. But this year we're in a drought, so we've got to see how far the water's going to get us. I'm hoping, I'm pretty sure we'll be able to get at least the first cutting, and then from there we'll see how she goes. And you know, if I don't have enough water to do the second cutting, I don't want to throw fertilizer on. Last year we fertilized and then started running out of water, and you know, they started getting down on the wheel lines, and out there's the fields. And so we'll see how it goes. There's the old girls on the hill there resting. There's about I think there's 35 girls right there. So those are all blue-faced Leicesters, or there's occasionally a Wensleydale in there. There's also a couple of Gotlands, and then a couple of crosses that were Gotland BFLs that were our first go around. So that's what started the flock. So, but so that's kind of what's going on here. We're gonna hop on the tractor and go feed some animals. So we'll go from there. So appreciate everyone tuning in. I know it's been a few weeks since I've posted anything, and God, I've been busy. So I'll get back to it. I've got a couple of them that I'm going to post, and we'll go from there. So I'll try to keep up on making my content, and thanks for tuning in. And once again, please like and subscribe. Trying to grow the channel up a little bit, and give me your commentary. If you see something that you know, the better ways to do things, I'm open. I love to chit chat with people. So Anyways, thank you again, and till next time.